Have you ever wondered how much the government knows about your spending habits? What if I told you that the Income Tax Department has the power to inquire about your personal expenses, right down to how much you've spent on rice and dal? Understanding Sections 133 and 142 of the Income Tax Act. Section 142, Jat 1 of the Income Tax Act grants the assessing officer the power to make inquiries before assessment. This section allows the officer to serve a notice on individuals who have filed returns or those who haven't filed within the specified time. The notice may require the individual to furnish a return of income, produce accounts or documents, or provide information on specific points, including a statement of all assets and liabilities. It's important to note that the assessing officer needs prior approval from the Joint Commissioner before requesting a statement of assets and liabilities not included in the accounts. Additionally, the officer cannot demand accounts from more than 3 years prior to the previous year. Section 142(2) empowers the assessing officer to make any inquiry deemed necessary to obtain full information about a person's income or loss. This broad authority allows for detailed investigations into financial activities. In complex cases, as per Section 142(2)(a), the assessing officer can direct the assessee to get their accounts audited by a nominated accountant or have their inventory valued by a cost accountant. This provision applies even if the accounts have been audited under other laws. The assessee must be given a reasonable opportunity to be heard before such directions are issued. The expenses for these audits or valuations are typically borne by the assessee, but in some cases, they may be paid by the central government. Finally, Section 142(3) ensures that the assessee has the right to be heard regarding any material gathered through inquiries, audits, or inventory valuations before it's used for assessment purposes. This provision safeguards the assessee's interests in the assessment process. Let's recap the key points about Sections 133 and 142 of the Income Tax Act. First, these sections grant the Income Tax Department extensive powers to investigate personal expenses. Second, the assessing officer can request a return of income, production of accounts or documents, and information on specific points, including a statement of all assets and liabilities. Third, in complex cases, the assessing officer can direct an audit of accounts or valuation of inventory by nominated professionals. Lastly, it's important to remember that assessees have the right to be heard regarding any material gathered through these inquiries before it's used for assessment purposes. Thank you for watching this video about Sections 133 and 142 of the Income Tax Act. We hope you found this information helpful in understanding the powers of the Income Tax Department and your rights as an assessee.